glorious day, a little bit breezy coming in from the Pacific. But that's just adding to the cooling process. This is day 2, and it's a very important test day in this one of the National Bank Series because it's very evenly poised indeed. We knew after Dunedin that these two sides were very evenly matched, and that's proved to be the case yesterday. New Zealand lost the toss and they were quite dismayed about that fact, but at lunch they were buoyed by the fact they had the West Indies at 4 for 74, and then a partnership between Shivnarine Chanderpaul, who is just superb at the moment. The last 2 years he has been vintage, and the new boy on the block, Brendan Nash, restored things. So by the end of the day, honours pretty much even. 258 for 6, 91 overs the New Zealanders got through in regulation time. We should give them a tick in the column for that, because that's very rare by test match standards, because the day was dominated by a lot of spin and dominated by Chanderpaul with his 20th test century and Nash with a very well struck 74, and he grew in confidence, and he was most frustrated to succumb to James Franklin towards the end of the day. They lost Ramden right at the end, which gave the advantage slightly back towards the New Zealanders. Honest bowling performance. There's no real pace in this attack, and there's not a lot of pace in the pitch either, so it wasn't if it was life-threatening. So Patel was in very early on in the piece. O'Brien picked up a couple. Vettori picked up a 2 for 58, but I don't think he was at his brilliant best, Daniel Vettori. He was hit through the offside off the back foot way too often for his liking, I'm sure.
Fantastic sunshine again in the Bay, and looking forward to a good start. Pleasant conditions, great cricket conditions. There's a bit of a breeze, so it's not too hot. It's warm enough for the ball to swing around a little bit, and I'd expect that from the New Zealand bowlers this morning. There wasn't a lot of swing yesterday, not as much as I would have thought, particularly from the likes of Franklin and Mills. And let's hope for a bit more of that this morning.
Smashed away, good stroke from Taylor. His first boundary, the first time he's gone on the offensive, and it's paid off. This will be 4. I think it'll run away. Normally does when it goes through the slips cordon. So Jerome Taylor picks up his second boundary. More frustration for Mills. That's a very good delivery, and what a good reply from Taylor. He probably sensed it was going to be a fuller delivery, and look at the hands and the follow through and the stroke.
Yeah, he's trying to work it out. He's trying to work out, Iain O'Brien, how to get Jerome Taylor out, and he really needs to be full. He's got gaps. Jerome Taylor's got gaps on the offside, through and between cover and quite straight at mid-off, so he needs to be full, O'Brien. Under edge. He's got him.
Great bowling. Yeah, it was a bit too close for Taylor to really pull the stroke off. He got it under edge. Maybe a little bit of thigh as well. And Taylor was on his way. Once he saw the finger go up, he could have challenged, but obviously he got a little touch on it. So O'Brien's got the breakthrough. It's 279 for 7. Suleiman Ben is the new man. Excellent bowling from O'Brien to remove Taylor. And so now we see the tall left-hander come in and try and get into a partnership with Chanderpaul.
Has come off the bottom of the bat and out, caught behind. Well, Ben hasn't lasted very long. Second delivery, looking for the drive, drove it the first one and missed it, and now just touched this one. McCullum takes the catch. A little under edge to the keeper. Very disappointing for Ben. Batsman who averages around 20 in first-class cricket, and just didn't look the part. O'Brien now with his 4th wicket, really has bowled well. 279 for 8, the West Indies. Darren Paul comes in now with, I'm sure, the admonition of his captain after the test match in Dunedin, where he said he expected his tail-end batsmen, his bowlers, to contribute more with the bat after Taylor's 100. And he specifically mentioned Darren Paul, said he could bat better than his average is showing. And that's for, well, Vettori's been hit through there several times yesterday, just too short, and Chanderpaul goes back and puts him away in the manner which Nash did yesterday quite frequently. and chopped away by Chanderpaul down to third man. Well, this is his response with 8 wickets down here. Sliced away deliberately down to third man. It's in the air, and he's lucky to get away with it. It's gone very, very fine indeed. Well, they'll bounce him. He's going for the hook. Take a feel, and he's gone. Well, it was always on the cards. It really was. Short pitch bowling, and Powell lucky to get away with the previous delivery with a drop catch at mid-on, and this time down the leg side. Instinctive hook of 5 wickets, very, very well deserved for Iain O'Brien as the West Indies lose their number 10. Ambitious.
Well, that's very instinctive, and he just didn't know how to stop doing it. He really didn't, Powell. And for me, it's the end of a reckless and selfish innings. 299 for 9.
West Indies have lost 3 wickets today, and all 3 to Iain O'Brien. Brings his tally to 5 in the innings, the first time he's taken 5 wickets in an innings in Test cricket.
And he'll pick up 6 by the looks of it. Yes, he has. Well done, Iain O'Brien. He's finished the West Indies innings off with a great slower ball.
And that shows how skillful he is. He's got a great attitude to the game, but he's also got a lot of skill. And this is a wonderful slower ball. It's absolutely plumb in front. Can totally deceive the batsman. Would have deceived a lot of players. Beautifully bowled. He's bowled with pace. He's bowled bounces. He's bowled leg cutters. Now the slower ball. 6 wickets. Congratulations to Iain O'Brien as he knocks off Edwards for naught. And the West Indies all out for 307. But it is O'Brien who is outstanding. So is Chanderpaul. They have been the 2 standout men so far in this innings of the West Indies. Chanderpaul 125, 126 not out. Iain O'Brien, there he is. Take your hat off.
Welcome back to McLean Park. Here in Napier with the news is the West Indies have been bowled out by New Zealand for 307. They won the toss and they batted in very good batting conditions, and you'd have to say they have not made the most of them, apart from their standout performer of the last couple of years, Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Not out 106. That means he currently averages 50 in Test match cricket, and he is one heck of a player. A good 74 from Nash as well to help him. Otherwise, not much to read about. Here come the New Zealand openers. Jamie Howe to the left of screen, Tim McIntosh to the right. Now, what do you think will be going through Jamie? Very nervous.
Well, I'm no mind reader, so I'm not sure what's going through his mind. Apart from that, he'll be desperate to score. He'll be very determined. He's worked pretty hard leading into this Test match. He's been in the nets a lot, and that's all you can do. At the end of the day, you've got to actually clear your mind. You've got to see the ball out of the hand as soon as you can, and trust your instincts and move your feet and get him behind the ball. That would be my key thoughts. I thought McIntosh was excellent in Dunedin. He looked to occupy the crease and build an innings, and I'm sure he'll look to do the same here on this very good pitch.
Oh, good fielding. Good fielding, and now had to scramble. Boy, this will be interesting from side on.
Well, it could be just a bit of luck he needs, because you always need a little bit of good fortune, and this is one right here. He's thought he's got it past. There's no way. I mean, he's then slipped. I mean, that would have just about summed it up for him. Amazingly, he's actually allowed to play the next ball because he survived somehow. But that was a real stuff up. He went straight to the fieldsman, so I don't know why he thought there was a single there. Desperate to get off the mark.
That's the over.
No single there. That'll be 4. Nice stroke, Jamie Howe.
Yeah, it's a half volley, and it deserved to go. And full credit to Jamie Howe here. He just latched onto it.
That's close. really close, maybe sliding down leg side. And it's been challenged. Referred, sorry, we're not allowed to say challenged.
So it's a legitimate delivery. Now he bowls sort of mid-crease. There's a little angle there. And it's hit him full. Right around. It's hit him in front of middle and leg. It's whether Mark Benson, the third umpire, feels that it's going to go on to hit leg stump. There's no predictive path. It's just up to Mark Benson to decide whether he feels that Rudy Kurtzen may have just... See, it's hit him on the inside of the pad as well. It's not bad, but is it conclusive?
What the third umpire here has to say, Mark Benson, is that I am positive that ball is hitting leg stump. For Kurtzen to change his mind.
Thanks, mate. I'm making my decision now. Not out.
So based on that, Mark Benson feels he is not sure that the ball would have hit leg stump, throws it back to Rudy, who will go with his original decision, which was he had doubt.
No control there from McIntosh. That's one that the West Indies feel that they can play on with him. It was a false shot. He got away with it.
Well, we saw Tim McIntosh struggle a little bit with the pull shot, the timing of it, and fetching the ball a lot in Dunedin. And it's similar here. He's off the mark, but it's streaky. He's almost having to shovel that delivery from outside off stump. He's not right across to his off stump and outside off and hitting it through square leg mid-wicket area.
Didn't carry. It didn't carry. The plan almost came off, and Chris Gale is a little disappointed. Jamie Howe is under all sorts of pressure, 9 without loss. Jamie Howe pushing out at it again, and it was a foot short of the end for him, I would imagine. Chris Gale's got a good pair of hands. Just there. Yeah.
It's a good stroke. That's a McIntosh style pull. Looks tucked up, it looks a bit awkward, but it's very effective because it goes straight into the ground and away for 4, 16 for none.
That is McIntosh's own style. He doesn't extend the arms. The textbook would say you need to extend the arms. You don't want to be cramped. But what he does do is he just locks them off and then uses his body. He swivels into the stroke. Although the extension of the arms was okay there. It was pretty good control. But because he swivels with his body, he's able to control the stroke with his body. Well, Fidel Edwards brings something different to the bowling attack. He's not ever going to bowl maidens, or a lot of maidens. He's going to attack. That's his instinct. He'd average of 40. He'd want to bring that down. But he's an attacking bowler, and if you have bowlers around him who are doing a good job on line and length, then you can play these sort of bowlers. He's got pace. He's sharp. Later on in this innings, if the ball starts to reverse swing, and it is very dry out there and the ball will get scuffed up, perfect man to have in your side, because it's generally the slingers who get that reverse swing the best, and I think he has been quite effective in times in the bags of wicket he's picked up. I'd bet a lot of it's been when the ball has been reverse swinging, but it won't be doing that just now. He can get some conventional swing and he'll charge in and attack.
Yes, the strike rate is 60, which means he's getting a wicket every 60 deliveries. Every 10 overs he picks up a wicket. Here he goes. No, he's been caught. Straight away first ball. Jamie Howe's launched into a pull shot and he's hit it straight down the throat of square leg. I'm not sure who it is, but that's a real shock for Jamie Howe. First ball, didn't really have a look. Obviously didn't get on top of it, and he is out of here.
Well, when the game's not going your way, it's not going your way, because Howe fair smashed this, but he got something wrong. He hit at a catchable height, neither down nor up. You cannot get caught in between, or you will get caught out. He's out for 12, 19 for 1.
So New Zealand have lost their first wicket, and it's Jamie Howe who's gone. Daniel Flynn now It's marking out his guard. He's got a good average of 42. It's a good start for a young player. Flynn underway. Good little single there.
New Zealand, of course, would miss him. Catch him, he said, but that'll go for 4. Thick outside edge, but along the ground, and just breaking the shackles which were really imposed on the New Zealanders by Powell and Edwards.
Well, the West Indies have got to stay positive here. It's not quite happening for them. They've got rid of Jamie Howell, but all their hard work and their accuracy, really, they probably thought they should have been better rewarded. And that can prey on the mind as well of young people. So this fellow here has to keep them going.
Now is that out? Big appeal. Will they challenge? Gale says no, because he knows exactly what's happened.
No,
Gale will not challenge.
You're dead right, Tony. If you've picked it straight away, Gale says it's come over off his upper arm or off his chest. And this bowler, Fidel Edwards, has put a lot of pressure on him. So too has Xavier Marshall, the second slip. But you know that he got his gloves below that, and it's come flush or run across his chest. Run across his chest, and he got a good view of it. See, it's just brushed the shirt. And Chris Gale got a great view of it at slip, and that is superb captaincy, because he didn't waver and he didn't waste a referral.
Oh, that's through, and that'll be a boundary. So a little bit of pressure eased here with the first ball of the over. Stroked away. Nice looking shot by McIntosh, and just beat the right hand of Chanderpaul at cover.
Yeah, terrific shot. Wasn't the actual half volley, was just a bit short of that, but Tim McIntosh knew he'd pierced the gap as soon as he hit it. He was in control of the shot because he played it so late, and it got away from Chanderpaul.
In the air, and here comes no, unbelievable, unbelievable. That is unbelievable. There was a wicket. Oh, come on. That's schoolboy stuff. Somebody's got to shout, and the keeper with gloves has got to take the catch. What's the bowler doing down there? He's worked for it. He really has worked for it. Up in the air. That's out. That is out. No, it's not.
Well, man, Tim McIntosh, go get yourself a lotto ticket. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy cricket. It nearly, you know, hit Edwards on the toe. That's when he pulled out so late. It nearly hit him on the foot. That's how far underneath it he was. So they both could have got to it. Someone has to call, someone has to make a decision.
And it's got to be the keeper. It's got to be the keeper. Now look what happens. Driven back past the bowler. Long chase down there for Taylor. On such things, big partnerships develop. Here's Nash. And he's short, and he's put away. Well, at that pace, you really can't afford to be short, and Flynn has hit him for 6. Over mid-wicket, really got under it and clobbered it. And that will relieve the pressure. First runs from Nash in his 3rd over.
Terrific footwork. Gee, he saw that early. And of course, just a gentle pace, so he was able to really give it everything. Always intending to go up and over the infield. He got it so well. He cleared the boundary comfortably, and it's now been lost and found again in the demolition yard.
And so is that. At this pace, he's now put him away for 4, so this will be the last over. In fact, he's gone all the way this time again. Well, so a couple of 6s off Nash. That's relieved the pressure. And Gale certainly has taken a chance here by bowling the part-time bowler at this stage. And he's dragged 2 down, and he's been put away for the maximum of successive balls.
This one was a little flatter, but still right out of the meat of the bat.
Yes,
Nice shot, beautifully played. Placement, timing, 4. Fine shot by McIntosh. to end off the over at 61 for 1.
Good stroke. That deserves 4. And he's got it too. Full flourish of the blade.
Fast hands as well through the ball. Really quick hands once he makes his mind up to play the shot, and he plays it so late again. Look, it's past the front foot when he hits it. It's a very important time. And Daniel Flynn, I didn't say this will get him an IPL contract, but it'll get him some serious test match stuff. The way he's going, he's got another 50. Really accomplished, calm, cool. It's making it look pretty easy, this number 3 slot. Oh, that's a good shot. He used his feet just to get underneath it nicely, McIntosh, and give it a helping hand. He eased it, never smacked it. It was just beautifully weighted.
Superbly played. That's the second time Ben has been driven through the offside by McIntosh.
It's a good stroke, and it deserved 4. Wonderfully timed from McIntosh, and he reaches his 50. His first for New Zealand, and it's been well deserved. 181 balls. He's been in nearly 4 hours.
Well, he said that really well. My goodness. It's not the orthodox hook shot, but he really did put everything into that.
Get him! What a catch! It just poked back, and there is his 100th wicket. Fidel Edwards, a wonderful moment. He's taken off towards the pavilion. No one can catch him, but he has caught Flynn. Not easy caught in bowls, but he's pulled it off.
There it is. It seemed to be a double hit. Comes through, takes it well to his left. Just about 100 runs ago, he had one to take, which was a lob. On this occasion, he takes it. Flynn goes, played well for 57. Edwards' second wicket of the innings, his 100th in Test cricket, 137 for 2. Oh, what a glorious shot. That'll go for 4. Nash is very quick and after it, but he won't get it. Or does he? He looks as if he did. Well, I suppose he is Jamaican and he's fast. They're all fast, even if they are born in Australia.
Umpire still chatting. It's very marginal. I think we're going. Once they turn and offer the batsman the opportunity, they will go, and that is the situation here at McLean Parks. New Zealand 2 down for 145 with McIntosh there on 62. Ross Taylor on 4, and we can tell you now that play has been called off for the day, so those two will be back tomorrow morning, and they'll be relieved too that they don't have to come out for